Well, there you go. Antonio Conte it is then. So all the in-and-ohs and people that calling out all the different pundits were all correct. Surprise, surprise. Antonio Conte is the man for Tottenham. So are you happy with that? From the feedback that I've seen, from what stuff I've seen around social media and stuff, is that everybody's over the moon. Everybody's really chuffed to have that as an appointment. You know, despite the fact that it's yet another Chelsea manager that we've ended up with, everyone's happy, and I guess that's because of how high a profile he is, and the fact that he's won so much and so on. We have been there before with a serial winner, but you know, less said about that the better. But yeah, so listen, I'm not going to moan about it. At the end of the day, I was sat there this morning refreshing my phone, waiting for some sort of announcement, and I did think to myself, how Spurs would it be for Man United to just decide, oh, you know what, if Tottenham get Conte, we're going to miss out here, so we better get rid of Ole. And the next thing you know, there we are. Who we got? Ryan Mason again being announced. So for me, I was, I was quite, I wasn't gonna say anything until the deed was done and we knew we were gonna have, So, but hey, listen, time will tell how this pans out, and history will be written one way or the other. But at the same time, I think if we'd have taken anybody other than Conte, I think it would have been a bit of a riot. I think there'd have been, Twitter would have gone absolutely bleeding mental and toxic, and I don't think Daniel Levy would have been able to live it down. So I read through the announcement, and I think there's a couple of interesting points in there. The fact that they've addressed the fact that he didn't come in the summer by saying his head wasn't in the right space and it was too soon after leaving Inter and blah blah blah, and that's the reason why he didn't come. So I'm not sure I'm buying it. They're selling it, I ain't really buying it, but if that's what the guy wants to say, then fair enough. And the fact that he didn't go to any other club, maybe that is right. Maybe he wanted to be absolutely convinced. I did think it was interesting how he complimented Levy. I thought, oh my God, who wrote that for him? His passion and drive and all the rest of it. I was sorry, what? Who are you talking about? So I thought that was quite interesting. But the main thing for me, and call me a cynic, you can call me a cynic if you like. But the interesting thing for me was, right at the end of the article, what's there? Come and see Antonio's first game at the Lane. Come and see us play Vitesse. It's his first game at the Lane. Come and buy a ticket. They don't miss a trick, do they? Old Daniel, he don't miss a trick, mate. He's in there. New manager. The fact that the team will be exactly the same, he won't really have had any time to work with them or anything, kind of suggests that you're probably going to get the same sort of performance that you got before. Right, but you got a new manager, right? So now people are flocking, literally, to buy tickets to sell out that game. So yeah, listen, it is what it is. Football is a business. As much as I don't like that, it is a business, and filling up the stands and all the rest of it, and promoting your product, I suppose, is what they're always going to do. So yeah, so I thought, that's really interesting, showing their true colours. But listen, Antonio Conte, big name manager, and I guess that's really what we want. What he will do with the squad, we don't know. Can he get a better tune out of some of these players? I don't know. I don't think it can get a lot worse. I thought that the performances under Nuno were so poor, and I really honestly did believe that the reason for it being so poor is because the team did not agree with his tactics or feel that he was the right man. And so for me, I don't think it can get much worse if you've got Conte in there. He's got to bring something to it. You might get a bit of a new manager bounce initially anyway, But yeah, so the biggest question is always going to be, and it's the same story all the time, is he going to get the money to do what he wants with a squad? Improve it, build it, change it, whatever. Is that going to make a difference? Because if he's still got the same constraints that Nuno had, and Mourinho had, and so on, then I'm afraid it's not really going to change, is it? You know, the team needs wholesale change. It needs redevelopment. It needs new blood. It needs new attitude. And sometimes some harsh decisions and hard decisions are going to have to be made. And maybe Conte is the man to make those decisions, you know. But whether Levy will back it, because if he says, I want rid of Delhi, and all they can get for Delhi is 30 million, I don't think Daniel Levy's going to be too impressed with trying to take that. But, you know, I guess time's going to, as I said before, time's going to tell as to what the answer is. But listen, you know, we're talking about this Paratici guy. You know, he did sign Romero, and I think we can all agree that he looks quality. He did sign Emerson, who I think we've started to see some quality come out of. He did sign Brian, who is a really cool young talent. Not what we all want. You know, we want players that can come in and do the job now. But you know, let's just wait to see how he pans out. So, and now he's gone out and got us a top class manager who you wouldn't have expected. You wouldn't expect Tottenham to attract a top coach when you're playing in the third tier of European football. You know, and when you're in the position you're in, with unless he's got some sort of guarantees of support to help him get to where he wants to be, because he wants to be a winner, right? He don't want to come just to be a hanger on, you know, just to collect his pay. You know, these guys have got so much money anyway, they're not driven by that. They're driven by the success. So, you know, I think he's going to want some kind of support to move him forward. So, you know, we'll just go with it and hope that this is hopefully removed some of the negativity, because to be honest with you, it was always going to be negative with Nuno. As nice a guy that he come across as, you know, he just had, you know, no passion and no desire. And I think that's something that you see from the sidelines with Conte, is that he is one of those Italian guys who jumps about and he gets right into it and shows that flair and that passion. So maybe this is the one. I mean, over the last 20 years that ENIC have been at Tottenham, their successful managers have been very, very limited. You know, Harry Redknapp, to a degree, was a success because he brought some good football and he got us to the Champions League, got us to top 4 on a couple of occasions, until that sort of went the wrong way, and that's, you know, another story with the England business. But, you know, him and Pochettino, who, you know, really we were so lucky with, that he gave us some pride and some passion back, got us to heights that we never expected, but again never won anything with a very, very talented squad. You know, so those two, I guess, would be the call-outs. Martin Yole, maybe, to a certain extent. They would be the major call-outs from all the managers they've had. And I think there's probably been, I don't know, I reckon there's probably been about 20. I don't know, maybe less, I don't know. So I think they've been really poor in their decision-making around managers. And so let's just hope that this one is finally the one that's going to make the difference. As we say, time will tell. Time will say. Third time I've said that in this video. Well, I'll leave it with you. Up the Spurs.